Hello, everybody, and welcome to Castle's Corner. Just doing a quick little coaching call with my friend David here. He's having a little bit of trouble with the scapular retraction, and he was kind enough to donate a portion of this call so I can explain it to the rest of you guys. So a lot of people want to know about the scapular retraction because typical bodybuilding movements for your development of your middle trapezius or your lower trapezius are going to be things like rows. And rows, they just don't target those muscles, let's just say efficiently or accurately. And that's because the origin of these muscles is on your spine, your backbone. And if you want to target them efficiently, you have to have the resistance originating opposite position loading of your actual spine, which is where the origins are. The insertion, of course, is on your scapula, not on your arm. So the arm movements that you usually see people doing to be training the mid trapezius, lower trapezius, they don't work because it doesn't connect to your arm, or they work very poorly because at the final range of the movement, they get a little bit of a contraction. But this is why most people have very weak back muscles. So when you're learning the scapular retraction, I understand that when you watch my videos and even when you hear me speak on it, it's not the same thing as doing it. Now, this is because what you have to do primarily is focus on taking your shoulder blades. They look like two triangles, basically, and bringing them together and in towards your spine like this. That's what you want to be doing. So I'm going to show you a practice technique that I kind of have everybody start with. And the reason I'm going to be teaching you this practice technique is because these are muscles that aren't typically used. They don't get engaged very much. And it's hard to train something if you don't have a good mind-muscle connection to actually moving the muscle. You won't be able to actually target it or train it. The other muscles will take over. So what you want to do is very simple. I'm going to flip around, take my shirt off, ooh la la, and then show you how to bring the shoulder blades in and together with no weight, no cables, no anything, just your body weight. And you're just going to learn the actual movement, how to rotate your scapula in towards your back and then rotate them externally out. And you'll be doing this continuously because you have to actually build the neurological connection and pathways to do the movement itself first before you start adding load. Once you have a good mind-muscle connection with this, you'll start with very light load, something you can control very easily, and you'll make sure that only your scapula and shoulders are moving while you're doing the movement. And of course, you'll progress to heavier weight, but you have to do it in progressive steps or else it just simply won't work. You won't be actually targeting the muscle correctly. You'll be too fast, too slow. Other muscles will be taking over. You get the idea. So just real quick, let's get into it. So for the scapular retraction, I can rotate here for you. What you want to do, pretty simple. You're going to have your arms up in a T stance. You're going to drop down your elbows like this. And then you're going to try to pull your shoulder blades back and together like this. Okay? And then leave your arms here and just slowly take just your shoulders out, kind of roll them around your body. I'm going to show you from the side in a second. And then bring them back and together. Now, the whole time I'm doing this, I don't need to change my actual arm position. So I can leave my arms exactly where they are the whole time. So I can leave my arms here the whole time. And when I do the movement, I'll be pulling them back and together and then taking them out. So the load is actually up here. The arm has nothing to do with it. Think of it like a metal triangle, a bent brace. You don't really want this to move too much until the very end of the movement. Also, when you're doing it, you'll be angled at a 45-degree angle like this, taking it in, and then slowly taking it out. Taking it in, slowly taking it out. But it'll be at a 45-degree angle like this, okay? It'll be out like this. A lot of people, when they're doing this movement, take a bad habit. They'll bend the cable with their arm because it makes it easier. They'll do some weird shit because it just makes it easier. But you don't want to be doing that. You want to be focusing on keeping the weight, the weight on the actual mid trapezius, on the scapula, and bringing the shoulder blades together. So you'll basically just practice this as much as you want with just your arms. There's no such thing as too much practice, but just understand practice perfect is good, but practice perfect only works if you're also sleeping and taking the time to pay attention to the actual movements you're doing. Don't just go through the movements. Take your sweet ass time, get a mirror, set up your cell phone to record you from the back so you can make sure you're doing it correctly. Take your time to learn this because once you learn it once correctly, it'll stick the whole time for the rest of your life. And this is the best movement, the healthiest, the most natural, the best for development, everything for your mid traps. So you're never going to have to change the movements. This is the only one you'll ever be doing. So take the time to learn it correctly, just like with the rest of the movements I teach you. So any questions?
Well, not really.
Did you understand the concept? Understand everything? Pretty simple?
Yeah, what I don't understand is how I can maybe apply this suggestion right now.
So right now,
Because
all you got to do is go in the bathroom, get your phone, video record, point it at your back so you can see your back just like you can see my back, and then just practice the movement I just showed you. Do it for 30 seconds. Watch the screen on your phone. See how it looks. Does it look like your shoulder blades are coming together? Does it feel like they're coming together? Can you feel them coming together? Take a video from the side. Have a friend help you take a video. Your homework is going to be to send me whatever, a 30-second clip of you doing it with no weight or anything else, but just doing it. So I can tell you, fix this, fix that, whatever, but just make sure you think you're doing it correctly first. Then send me a quick clip, via WhatsApp, and I'll get back to you, little tweaks here or there. We'll get it all sorted out before you have any weight. And then, like always, the first time you go to the gym, have the camera set up, you'll film yourself doing it or have me on a video call with you while you're doing it. And I'll make sure you're doing it perfectly with light weight. Keep practicing with light weight for a week or two, slowly up the weight as you can take the load. Within a month or two, we'll have you doing actual weight with your scapula. But there's no point in trying to do it until you're doing it correctly. No momentum, targeting the right muscles, correct resistance curve, the right angles. The shebang. So just at the moment, don't turn it into a big monster. Go in the bathroom, record yourself doing it. Do it a few times until you're comfortable. You think you're doing a good job. Send the video to me. All right, bud? Any questions after this?
Seems like a nice plan.
Easy. No worries.